If you think modern pandemics are bad, with their lockdowns, overwhelmed hospitals, and the constant fear of infection, then consider the Black Death, a catastrophe that dwarfed anything we've seen in recent history. It was a nightmare that engulfed medieval England, turning vibrant communities into desolate wastelands. In 1347, a silent killer arrived on the shores of England. The Black Death, carried by ships from distant lands, was a plague so deadly it wiped out half the population within 4 years, leaving mass graves and a nation in mourning. Picture bustling towns turning into ghostly ruins, markets deserted and homes abandoned. The once lively streets were now silent. It all began with a simple flea bite, a seemingly insignificant event that unleashed a torrent of suffering. The bite quickly spiraled into a living hell. Victims developed painful swellings known as buboes. Then came the fever, vomiting, and delirium. The agony was unbearable, and the end was swift. In just a few days, death was almost certain. The speed at which the disease claimed lives was terrifying. Entire families were wiped out, leaving only the dead behind. The sense of loss was overwhelming. Fear gripped the nation. People fled in desperation, abandoning their homes and loved ones, but there was no escape. The disease followed them everywhere. Doctors, with their limited knowledge, were helpless. Remedies ranged from bizarre to horrific. Some believed it was a punishment from God, performing rituals and ceremonies, while others blamed the alignment of the planets. Despite their efforts, nothing worked. The social fabric of England unraveled. With so many dead, labor was scarce. Fields lay fallow, crops rotted, and famine loomed. The economy collapsed, and the once thriving markets were empty. But the Black Death didn't just leave death in its wake. It also brought about profound changes. It forever changed society. The survivors, now in a position of power, demanded better wages and living conditions. Feudalism began to crumble, and the seeds of modern England were sown in this fertile ground of despair. The old order was giving way to a new one. The Black Death was a tragedy of unimaginable proportions, a dark chapter in history, but it also marked the beginning of a new chapter, one of recovery and rebuilding. This period of immense suffering and loss ultimately shaped the future of England forever, leading to innovations and changes that would define the nation for centuries to come.